What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. I've got some sad news for all the Ariana Grande fans out there, and I don't know how to classify myself. I like her music and stuff. I'm not like a stan or anything, but I listen to Stuck With You all the time. She and Dalton are going to be divorcing at this point. There's no official announcement that's been made, of course, but Ariana Grande made the conscious decision to show up at Wimbledon without her wedding or engagement rings, and that and in and of itself was a big enough statement for outlets like TMZ to come out with the story. So I want to get into this Dalton guy and what he tried to do back in January, you guys, to save this relationship. That's like 7 months ago, I want to say. Like, he really tried his best. Apparently, he went all the way to London, where Ariana is shooting her movie called Wicked, to try to just show that he was in it, like he was 1,000% invested and whatnot. And he wanted to make it work. But apparently at that point, Ariana's heart was already set on them divorcing. This doesn't really come as too much of a surprise to Ariana Grande fans. In fact, I had been seeing a lot of chatter around her online, and I want to be careful in how I address this because it's quite a delicate topic, okay? So Ariana Grande, when she came out, she was a pretty normal sized girl, like average sized girl, and then she slowly became quite thin, okay? And then people started noticing that she went from being already noticeably thin to kind of I don't want to say disturbingly, but worryingly thin. And a lot of comments were being made about that. People were wondering if there was trouble in paradise that was causing her to be too stressed out to eat, or just, losing weight from the stress, or whatever it might be. The amount of fodder got so bad that Ariana herself had to go and make a TikTok or an Instagram video addressing the situation and asking people to stop commenting on her body size, which I totally understand. But I just want to paint the picture that the people have been concerned for a long while now that there has been trouble in paradise for the two of them. So now it's July, okay, and the two of them have only been married for 2 years, and we're finding out that they were already pretty much at the divorce part in January. Not even in January, before then, because Dalton was doing his kind of last-ditch effort to save what's left of this marriage. So back when it was only a year old, it was already not working. The whole thing is just why did they get married? You know what I mean? I want to say something before I get into more details about their dynamic and whatnot. I never saw this lasting. And it's not even that I know anything about this Dalton guy, but from what I know about Ariana and seeing her in the public eye all these years, to me, she is someone who loves love, who loves the honeymoon stage, who loves being wooed, and who loves being sought after, right? And those are things that are difficult to maintain in a marriage. So it's not surprising to me that the streets are calling her name and she wants to go back, right? I think that is ultimately what is up to, because when you look at her dating history and her engagement history in the past, she's always been quick to jump into relationships. And then there's never been a real break in between them, right? Some of them have even overlapped. She's been accused of cheating on at least 2 men that I know of, right? And so in locking herself down to a marriage, it just didn't seem like the right time for her. Do I think she's going to be like a J-Lo or a Kim K and just get married every other year? No. But I just knew that this was not the right timing for her, and this is not really what she was kind of wanting really to do at this point. I feel like she kind of, I don't know, maybe the Mac Miller, the Pete Davidson stuff that was going on at the time, maybe that's what kind of pushed her into doing it. Or maybe it was just normal societal pressure, right? Everybody wants you to think that this is what you have to do, get married and have kids and whatnot, right? Just because you love a person at a particular point in time. And so she might have just fallen victim to that, like so many people do. I don't know. It could be a myriad of things. So now sources close to the couple are telling TMZ that Dalton and Ariana came to the decision to just go their separate ways back in January, when he had gone up to London to be with her while she was filming Wicked. She was like, listen, no, I can't, I can't take this relationship any further. And they just decided to kind of try to like go through the separation themselves, and feel their feelings, and just like grieve it properly before opening it up to the public. And mind you, they still have not opened the separation up to the public, right? They're still going through the grieving process as a couple, with their friends and with their families as well. One thing that's not yet clear is whether or not they are still living together, right? Ariana Grande obviously is this huge superstar. Dalton, he is in luxury real estate, so he's not hurting either. But I wonder if they're still living together, as a couple of other more longer-term married couples seem to do as they work their way through separations and divorces. You know what was quite shocking to me was the fact that this man is only 27 years old. Ariana's 30 years old and Dalton's 27, and they've been married for 2 years. Now, so he would have been 25 and she 28. It just, I hate to say it, but it's very young, you know? And it didn't seem like they were like, it just felt like this thing came out of left field. I was like, who? Married to who? I had no idea that she was even dating anyone when I heard the news that she was married, because last I heard, she had recently left Pete, and then there was another guy after Pete, and then all of a sudden she popped up married. You know, this is what I mean when I say that Ari seems to be someone who just loves getting into new relationships. You know, she wants to ask everybody what their favorite color is and answer that question a million times over. You know, God bless people like this, but that seems to be what she's like. By the way, I love the sunglasses she wore at Wimbledon. And here she is, deliberately not wearing any of her marital jewelry. So there you go, you guys. The silent confirmation that it's over and done with. Listen, you guys, if it's not working, it's not working. Especially if you don't have kids, don't force yourself to stay in something that just is not fulfilling you and is not making you happy. But also look before you leap. Think long and hard before you marry someone, because to be in marital crisis after 1 year is a little crazy to me, you know? And then to be full-blown divorcing after 2 years, after exchanging vows to love each other forever, is, you know, maybe you didn't think that through properly. But I digress. Not judging, just saying. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.